Hello, chat. Let me clear this throat. Try that again. Hello, chat. There you go. That's the voice you come for. Hello. I should honestly one day start my stream with my vocal warm-ups just to freak everyone out. Because I do some weird shit when I'm warming up the voice. It's like a bunch. I'm just rapidly switching between low and high pitch, tones, while like basically like making ghost noises, just to get it all the like the rust knocked off for the day. Give us some examples. I mean, part of it would be just like going that for a few minutes, and then maybe just like nonsense sounds like just to like make sure the vocal cords all warmed up. It's a pretty common practice. Do you have any tips for writing burnout? Stop writing. If you can't force yourself, you force your way out of burnout. You're burnt out for a reason because you've been doing it too much. So you gotta stop writing, go do something else for a bit, then come back to it and see if you're ready to start. If you're feeling burnout anymore. And when I say do something else for a bit, I mean do something completely different from writing. Don't even think about it. Like take up a new hobby for like a little bit, a bit, and learn about that. Make that your focus, then try writing again. Not guaranteed to work, but it's the best I got for you. If you did that without telling us, I would think you're accidentally tuned the stream on while you think I make those sounds while jerking off? I'm a goddamn ninja while doing that. There's like no sounds involved. I mean, that is every like male though, because we were trained from a young age to not make any sound while doing shameful things. Lest we be caught. And then we continue the practice into adulthood. True. What? Yeah, see, just because maybe you make noise, Jim, but not me. I learned the ways of like be incredibly silent, pretend you don't even exist. You even figure out like the right schedule for it to make sure like there's like noise happening somewhere. Like, oh yeah, so all right, at this point in time, the road crew outside is gonna be like jackhammering the cement and laying down like fresh cement on the sidewalk. Gonna be a lot of noise, so that'll like, cover up any possible sound as well. So you like schedule in like a session. Like yeah, this seems good. Take like a towel and shove it under the crack of your door. Make sure no sound leaks out that way too. Turn on a fan or two. You're pretty much burnt out. You've written 46 poems in 6 months, give or take, and 5 of them were on the same day. I mean, I've never written poems before, but yeah, any amount of writing can burn you out of it. Basically, you've done it so much that you've fallen out of love with it, is what burnout essentially means. It's like, it doesn't matter how much you like something, if you eat it every day, or like every single like meal a day, you're not gonna want it anymore. So you gotta step away from it for a bit. You also just had pie. What kind of pie? Pie, he says. Pie. Sounds like a lot of work to plan masturbation routine. Yeah, and we all did it because we did it. We didn't want to get caught and then be embarrassed and give our parents like material they can embarrass with later in the future. So, maybe you were a braver man than most. I, for one, was a careful man. Question for you. I'm going to ask Kate the same thing. Okay, let's just say that you and Kate do, unless Japan we do the more okay, if you and Kate make fun, because I'm going to do the meat. I mean, do it. I mean, I don't think I don't make fun of people, my man. I only make fun of video games and the companies that make them. I tend not to like make fun of people for like doing whatever they enjoy doing. So you do you. Dude at work got walked out because he got caught polishing his wrench. I mean, you can just say jerk off, We don't need all these weird turns of phrases here. Your mom isn't in chat. Completely naked in a porta potty with the door unlocked. A porta potty? I mean, honestly, I wouldn't really care if someone's doing that in a porta potty. Porta potties are gross enough. Like, someone doing that in a porta potty, I mean, I'm the one, ugh, it's already gross in there. Why would you how could you even do that? But hey, it's probably not the worst thing that's happened in there, so I wouldn't even care. Like, yeah, you know what? It's a porta potty. They practically get burned afterward anyways. Burnout is why you had to walk away from your last novel series. Pity to cause. I left the last book on a bit of a downer. Well, like I said, you can always come back to it after the burnout's over. Maybe you'll even be better, you know? Imagine the action-based RPG gameplay in FF16 will continue on for a few more games, just like Breath of the Wild. Well, I don't know. Like I said, I personally prefer FF7's take on the action plus teamwork plus still having RPG elements to it over FF16's. The problem with FF16 is that it's very good. However, it is just everyone's noticed it is Devil May Cry 5's gameplay almost to a T. However, Devil May Cry 5 only takes around 15 hours of playthrough, whereas Final Fantasy 16 is over 40 hours of gameplay. I don't know if I'd want to play Devil May Cry 5 for like 40 hours with that gameplay style. It needs more, to put it simply. It's good, but it needs more. So there's that. Did anyone see Barbie? You mean the Barbie versus Oppenheimer debate? But that's my big complaint of the gameplay. I like it, but it's the kind of gameplay that they went with. I'm not sure if it's perfectly suited for a game of this length as well, because it is starting to feel a little dragged out now. Hey Dart Chat, how is everyone? Hope everyone is well. Well, everyone seems to be in a good mood. Are you in a good mood, chat? Do I need to put you in? What do I need to improve it? Do I need to pass out the edibles again? I can pass out the edibles. If it's legal in your state, that is, or country. Can you believe in 2023 it still is like, still places like, nah, can't have people smoking weeds or eating them. Might be bad for them. There's a lot of disappointing things we thought we would have in the future. Mainly the flying cars and personal jetpacks and robot butlers. But for a lot of people I know, it's the whole like, man, can you believe there's still states where you can't do this legally? Hoverboards, them too. Just learned Margot Robbie is the same age as I am when I thought she's over 40. I'm guessing you probably means you look better than her or whatever. You're aging better. How about that? Everyone's like guilty of that because especially if you look up to someone, you always kind of assume they're older than you, I feel. Or if you're like watching someone, think, wow, this guy's got this person's got it figured out. But they're, that's the age, the benefit of wisdom and age. Then you find out, oh, this person's like 5 years younger than me. Then you feel bad because, wow, where did I go so wrong? What mixes gameplay older FF ideas, the classes and team attacks can make an appearance in F. We'll see. I don't doubt that they'll probably want to continue this style for a while yet, since it's apparently been a pretty successful game. Kind of happy we don't have flying cars now. To be honest, yeah, that probably would have been a bad idea. Because then people would have to, like, fly them, and we've seen how people drive. To be fair, though, flying is a bit, being, well, maybe the flying cars thing is a better argument for, like, AI controlled stuff than it is for, like cars. More videos of cars crashing on YouTube. Is that what you watch on YouTube? Just like people having car crashes? I mean, there's a difference between a car crash and a plane crash. Is that most plane crashes don't, or like, and I guess in this case, a flying car crash, people don't tend to survive them that well. Speaking of flying things, I've noticed that we now have people, or there's like sponsored races of people with those rocket jetpacks. I have to say, I am really disappointed in jetpack technology. It looks so awkward to do anything in it, because you have to have like jetpacks on your hands too. But they're now doing races in it, and it looks about as boring as you would expect. how did it become like this? You know, as a kid, the idea of like people having like jetpack races would have been like fuck yeah to me. But then when I see it as an adult, like, well, this looks boring. Doesn't look entertaining at all to watch. I guess it's because I have a better understanding. Like, yeah, that ain't that great. You understand it? That's a difference, Chad. It's not growing older. You just have a better understanding of what's actually cool or not, and what would actually be fun. Also, watch Air Crash Investigations on National Geographic. I have learned so much about aviation from that series. You could also just get yourself a flight stick and play Flight Simulator. We're more ready to have first contact than we are for flying cars because obviously we wouldn't handle them safely. You know, do any of you have friends that honestly believe in aliens and think they watch or watching us, man? I don't have one of the alien believer friends. Not a one. I feel like I'm missing out. Like, what? I need a conspiracy theorist friend that I can just like hang out with from time to time, just to learn, just in case. You know what? I have too many rational people in my life. I need a few just a little more like slippery minded individuals, or believe other things. You have a nice variety. You always want to have an airship races in the future, like in trust. So you want like blimps or like dirigibles, like to race each other. I mean, the idea is there, but if you've ever watched, like blimps and like dirigibles move, they're very, very slow. Just watch the show. It's not the same when you're watching a TV show. You need an actual social interaction of a one-on-one with another person, not just having like a video explain something to you. Favorite part is when you hear those people saying, if we nuke ourselves, don't worry, the aliens will save us by disabling the nukes. I just wanted to punch them so hard. I guess that's a positive outlook at the very least. Like, hey, we can't actually wipe ourselves out. The aliens would stop us. Have they ever explained why the aliens would save us even if they were watching? Like, why would they care? Maybe they have a non-intervention clause. Maybe they watch Star Trek and like, that's a pretty good idea of not to intervene in like, unevolved species. You believe they're real and may know about us, but the theory of the government and aliens working together may be strange. Well, that's the thing. I actually believe life is definitely exists off Earth. I just don't think they're actually flying around Earth because I know how fucking big space is and how unlikely it is there's anyone who could cross it. So, yeah, if you ask me, do I believe in aliens? Yes, but I don't believe they're anywhere near us. Barbie and Winnie the Pooh, blood and honey? What? I mean, sure, they let you bring that. I didn't know you could buy Winnie the Pooh blood. What does that taste like? Aliens were real and they were intergalactic empires and shit, we'd be destroyed so fast. Well, there's intergalactic empires, then maybe we wouldn't. Maybe they just wanted us to join. That's how you build an empire. You like add onto it. It's like what purpose would there be to come destroy us? We got nothing that could threaten them, so we're not a threat. They wouldn't really need us for resources because if they're a galactic empire, they can get them from anywhere. Galaxy's a big place after all. And you don't have to fight anyone for like a rock in space with nothing living on it. Even if they got to that point, they can fly across space. The fuck would they want with us entertainment? I mean, maybe they're lonely. Maybe they've been seeing our like broadcasts into space and we're just that much better at entertainment than them. There's an idea for a plot. What if aliens are actually just like really freaking boring but very smart, but they're unable to come up with like interesting culture? And that's like what all the aliens come to us for. It's like we're really fucking crazy when it comes to like just making entertaining shit. And and they just like, hey, we're like the clowns of the galaxy. They just want to like come here and like experience what it's like to actually be entertained. It's like, have you seen this human shit, man? It's the best. It doesn't even matter what they're entertained by. You know what? This is actually not a bad idea for like a comedy sci-fi. I mean, think of it. If you're an evolved species, maybe you've like gone too far down one route to like reach that technological point where you traded all your charisma skills or like social skills or like intelligence. You're really good at like knowing how shit works, but you can't make a joke to save your life. So you have to rely on us. They come to good old humanity, where we put all of our points in like crazy and dick measuring contests. That's an episode of South Park? Really? Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one who's ever thought of this then. Couldn't do... do you know the airboat that Jim rides at the beginning of Treasure Planet? I've actually never seen Treasure Planet. I remember seeing the commercials for it, but I never watched it. Maybe some alien kid will get us for as an ant colony. Like he'll just like tap on our, he'll be tapping on our glass. It's like, come on, humans, do something. Come on, just like do another nuclear war or whatever. Or just threaten one. Come on. Come on, you can do it. You know, I've always heard that actually really annoys the piss out of any marine animal if you tap on their glass in an aquarium. And the more I think about it, like, yeah, imagine just someone coming up to your window and tapping on it, like, hey, do something in there. Come on. Come on, I see you in there. Do something. Sorry, I'm just really thirsty today, chat. Need that hydration. It's been warm out. I'm even running my other air conditioner because, goddamn. What's poppin'? Well, hello, how you doing? And welcome in. Come on, take off your coat. Well, it's actually, you're not wearing one. It's hot out. Take off your sandals or flip-flops. Get comfy. There's pudding over there by the kitchen sink. That's right, no. I don't offer you water when you come into my place, chat. I'll offer you a pudding. Hey, would you like a pudding cup? I feel like pudding is really like not popular anymore ever since Bill Cosby turned out to be a monster. Did the pudding stock companies like take a hit after like the big spokesman for pudding was like, you know, sexual predator? Same with Jell-O. I just don't hear about pudding and Jell-O anymore. Like, I know Subway did. Subway took a hit. Pudding is just good stuff, period. Yeah, but you know, I mean, when you eat, if you're like, if you eat pudding now, you're just, are you supporting, you know, a monster? I don't support big pudding, chat. Not me, not this man. I drew my line in the sand, and I refuse to, like, you know, support big pudding's monstrous message of, you know, whatever. You have a case of lemon pudding. I actually had something that was apparently pudding during my little vacation where I went to a fancy restaurant. It was like some kind of pudding, but it was like more like a pancake. I'm still confused by how that works because it had the texture and almost like taste of a really, really, really good pancake, but it was called a pudding. But I know I ate that thing up because it was damn good, but I was like, this is a pudding? How you doing today, Lucky? What you been into? Cozy Shack, rice pudding forever. I've tried rice pudding. I was not a fan. Maybe I just had bad rice pudding. Flan? No, this was like I said, this is like what I ate was, I don't know, was it a flan? I don't know. I just remember it like I had to cut it apart and it's called a pudding, but it's like more like a pancake. Aliens are definitely real. I just believe that any close to us have the same problems we're facing, since everything around us is around the same age. Well, I mean, that's one theory, I guess, yeah, why not? Eat banana pudding and support the black community. Wait, is that true? I didn't realize that was the thing. Bread pudding? I mean, I've looked at bread pudding online, and what I ate didn't look like bread pudding. How am I doing? You know what? Pretty good today. Today I had my, you know, filet mignon for my little reward for finishing a video. And I just relaxed because I didn't have to do any work. Then tomorrow I get to start writing another video. But other than that, I'm great. How about yourself? Been 20 minutes, start the game. Do you not enjoy this conversation we're having? Are you not entertained by literally my best material comes in the first 30 minutes of a stream when I'm not even playing a game. I should really just switch doing just chatting streams because I'm actually so much better at it. when I do have to like focus on have half my attention focused on a game, when I can also just focus on chat and like coming up with things to say. Filet mignon, baby, exactly, exactly. It's very good too. Though I did have to cut a lot of like, I guess it wasn't the greatest cut, so I had to like cut a lot of the like fat that was on it, so it doesn't like get that chewy bits. You know, there's nothing worse when you bite into a steak and you get that chewy undigestible bit. You have to like spit it out, so I had to cut some of that off. Just because King brought it up, extend the talking period to 40 minutes. 40 minutes in it. I don't know. I start playing the game when I feel like I'm good and warmed up, usually. Medium rare, generally is what I cook it to, yeah. Like I said, my method for filet mignon, like first I sear it in a pot pan, and then I stick it in the oven. At this point, yes, you should. I mean, I honestly should start doing more just chatting streams. Because there are some semi-decent ideas I've had for, like, stuff to do during just chatting streams. Like, that one I mentioned where I eat a bunch of, like, food from my childhood. Stuff I have not touched in many, many years. Gotta warm up the funny glands. Where are the funny glands found in your body, by the way? I've played the game of Operation many times, and not once did I ever come across the funny gland. You season your chicken when you steam it? When I steam it, yes. I season the fuck out of it, actually. It's like, there's a basic of salt and pepper, but I also put cayenne pepper on it. If sometimes I'll put Italian seasoning on it, though not always. But sometimes also garlic salt or garlic powder, but usually I also put some butter on it at the very end. You gotta remember, chat, I'm Southern white. We like our food. We like spicy food. I'm not gonna like you Yankees who just like, eat your meat boiled in like, milk or whatever it is you cook it in. Like, this is some really good chicken boiled in like water. Delicious. Nope, gotta have some spice on it. I realize this is a really stupid joke, but I don't know when that's become a meme that white people eat like the worst food. Or maybe in some areas it's true, but I sure do like making that joke. Just because when I think of it, I was like, wait, was that true? Because it was always like a mystery to me. Like, is that true? Do white people really just eat their food unseasoned? Anglo-Saxon tradition? Ah, yes, the boil our food in milk tradition. English are the worst for it, so I've heard. I mean, they have a few good ones, though. But like I said, it's not like you can't find good food in Britain. It's just like it's other people's food. You've never liked unseasoned food? I mean, yeah, I mean, it's the whole point of like seasoning. You take food that's pretty all right, but then you make it into something nice. But it's every time you hear about like white people food, it's like they just like chicken with nothing on it. It's like, really? Because I've never once seen that. Not even once. About the only meat I won't season, generally is like dark meat turkey. The only thing I'll put on that is usually salt and pepper, which I mean, like, it's still seasoning, but it's still very basic seasoning. That's because like dark meat turkey is really freaking juicy on its own and tastes great without much. Doesn't really need anything else. British people have the best food. They have access to really good food. But when you're talking about when generally people look at like actual British invented food, a lot of it is just like, hey, would you like some beans on toast? Or would you like jellied eels or some, I don't know. They got some gross stuff like a lot of Europeans like. Europeans often will have very good food, but every once in a while they hit you with a curveball. It's like, hey, here's this delicious spread, and then, oh yes, have some of our fucking rotting mackerel we buried in a hole in the beach for a month, and here you go, eat up. It's considered a local delicacy here. Hey Dartigan, second stream I'm attending and I'm excited. It is adorable the way you worded that. I like that. I mean, I like that energy. Also, thank you for checking my stream out a second time in a row, Doxer Senpai. I appreciate that. And like I said, that was the cutest way you could have written that, and I appreciate it. So thank you. You've made my day. Beans aren't even British. They're Native American. I know. That's like I said. A lot of British food comes from everyone else. I know the Brits really like, what is it? They like Indian food because they, Used to have a bit of a relationship with India. So curry is very popular there. I like using the chicken seasoning they put on whole cooked chickens you buy in a supermarket. I'm not familiar with what seasoning that'd be. Actually, a seasoning I've started using a lot recently, and one you can't really buy, I have to order it specially, is chicken salt. It's like apparently very popular in Australia, but it tastes really freaking good on just about everything. But like I said, I can't go into the supermarket and just buy it. I have to like order it off Amazon. But any Aussies in chat, they'll be like, they're nodding their head like, oh yeah, he's a good one. Oh yeah, mate. I totally go let him get away with that space Australian joke now because he likes chicken salt. So as Chinese takeout, it's fairly popular here. Well, yeah, that's become a fairly popular thing everywhere. Sadly, the Chinese place near me shut down during COVID, so no more Chinese stuff unless I want to like go to the town over. Why is it British people always talk shit on what Americans eat when American food is just a mixture of different cultures? I mean, I think a lot of British food is becoming that as well. Like, there's a lot of like, but that's been, I don't know. Do the British talk shit on American food? I've never heard that before, actually. That's news to me. Usually the only time I definitely have seen people badmouth American food, but it's usually like the most stereotypical American food, burgers, hot dogs, pizza. Yes, that's right, Italians. I just called pizza American food. We've adopted it. You can't have it back. And that kind of stuff, or like just like junk food. But then when you get to the actual real American food, like your Bob BBQ, all of our other stuff we got. For some reason BBQ is the only one that comes to my mind though, but I know we got more than that. Then it's like, oh shit, this is good. American pizza fucking sucks. Look at this person in chat. Look at this person. Renale. Iranil, however you pronounce it. Look at this opinion he just had. Brazilian pizza is where it's at. Okay, I know you're trolling now because I know you've seen the exact same video I've seen of that person just like making an abomination by putting a bunch of like chopped chicken and like mayo cheese onto like a weird ass pizza. So I can now trust you that you're actually just like you're being a little bit of a clown like me. So now we're having a heart-to-heart moment. BBQ is a Caribbean in origin. BBQ has many fathers. There's like a version of BBQ in like every country. Turns out people learn like, hey, if we put this spicy flavoring on our food, it tastes great. Barbecue is probably the most American food. It came from Spanish and Native Americans, and George Washington had a special barbecue recipe. Right, it's indigenous. I'm literally Brazilian. Our pizza is awesome. We have stroganoff pizza. Like I said, I mean, if you like it, you like it. But I've seen Brazilian pizza. It's like there's like a famous video, infamous actually. This guy just like making a Brazilian pizza. He's probably doing a very poor job of it. Maybe it's not a good representation. It was like a lot of shredded chicken and then like some kind of cream cheese sauce, amongst other things. And then he like topped it off with 3 olives, 3 whole olives. And he seemed very proud of it. Like to have Greek food. Yeah, well, yeah. Gyros, however you pronounce it. Pretty fucking good. This clown is straight bussin'. I am on fucking fire tonight. I am like packed on. All my cylinders are firing. It also helps that I just had a cookie with some whipped cream on it, so I got the sugar going through me. And I just had steak before that. Have you ever had Ethiopian food? Neither have they. I've heard this joke before. I believe the last person I heard tell it to me was my uncle just before he died of a heart failure. There's no joke. I just wanted to like bring the mood down because you brought up people starving to death. It's pronounced Gyros. Gyros? Look, there's a GY. What do you expect of me? I can't be bothered to figure out every weird European pronunciation. A cookie and steak? That's just amazing. Well, the cookie was like, you know what? I need a little bit of sugar because I haven't had really anything sweet today. You're about to have coffee cake. Did he recently die? No, this was years ago. I was still in high school. He did die in his sleep, though, so isn't that the way everyone says they want to go out? They want to die in their sleep? He actually pulled it off. Don't slander Ethiopian food, fucking slaps. I mean, I'm assuming it's very, flavorful. I don't know. I've never even like looked up Ethiopian food. Apparently, Greeks and Turkish people fight over whether certain foods originated. Which, well, Greeks and Turks fight over everything. They are not exactly on good terms with each other. That feels a bit. Gotta get that super rush, man. It's under that sugar rush. It's understandable. I mean, it does help when you like need the energy to talk. I want to dive balls deep in somewhere at the age of 200. I mean, there's a goal, I guess, but I feel sorry for the person you dive balls deep in. They're going to be in for. Did they sign up for and agree to this? I'm going to guess probably not. Rip Dart's uncle. Most of my family's dead, so you don't have to worry about it. Have you ever been to a kebab place where they have a giant slab of meat on a pole? I have not, but I want to because that always looks really freaking delicious to see. Like it's like here's a big slab of meat we got rotating on a pole. Would you like a few carvings of it? I'm like yes. Give me some of that shawarma. But there's no place like that near me. At least I don't think there is. So I have not. I am a giant slab of meat on a pole. Well, I'm glad you took the opportunity to make that joke. Someone had to. There's a place like that by your apartment. Okay, I'm like coming to you and you can like take me there then. Have you ever had eshkabech? I don't even know how to pronounce that, so no. Eskabech? It sounds like that doesn't sound like food to me when I say it. Gonna take a road trip all the way to LA. I'm assuming I would fly because that's a long drive. That'd be a very long drive. And have you seen the heat recently? Actually, is it hot in California right now? Everywhere else is hot. Or, well, not everywhere. It's actually not unreasonably warm where I am right now. It's actually where it should be. But other places right now are cooking. The gamma letter uppercase. Okay, you're giving me a spelling lesson right now here at this point in time during these conversations. You think I'm going to remember any of that? I mean, I'm a history guy, but come on, I have my limits. I appreciate the effort though you put into it because it does look very truthful. But there's even if I read it like a couple times in a row, there's no way I'm going to recall it all to like know how to pronounce it later. Apparently, I've heard that fast food restaurant chains taste different in other countries. Yes, they usually taste better than their American counterparts, and they have better menu options. Supposedly, like in some places, like McDonald's is like considered like not just like fast food tier like it is in the U.S., but like actually, hey, let's put on our nice clothes before we head there. Gotta look good if we're gonna go to Mickey D's. Did you watch the new Spider-Man 2 story trailer? Yeah, I saw that the other day. Yeah. KFC in Greece is so much better. Same for McDonald's in France. Yeah, like I said, I don't know why they can't do that here, where it originates. I guess because we're just like, nah, the Americans already accepted the way it is. But you know what? That just forces like newer restaurants to step up their game. That's why when there's like a new like poppin' restaurant, it's like this place fucking good. Let's enjoy it for the few years while it's still good. Italian McDonald's has full-on cafes. God damn it. Is this some kind of EU regulation? Look, you can like bring your fast food trash over to our nations, but you have to make it good. What a nice idea for a law. Let's face it, us Americans are unhealthy 90% of the time. Well, the good news is everyone else is getting that way. So we no longer have to feel like we're, all alone in our unhealthiness. Escabich, usually from what I know, is marinated fish with onions and peppers. Okay, I don't think that meal is fancy enough to get its own special name. I just call that fish with onions and peppers. Your theory is because we no longer use animal fat to cook our foods with? So it's like, oh, because we use plant oils. I don't know. I'm pretty sure like if it doesn't, it's all about more like the amount of anything than this particular type. You can cook in lard as much as you want. I guarantee you can still get fat and healthy from it. Remember, European bans certain sugars and oils, so that's why most fast food places are different. No, true, they do that, as well as a lot of dyes too. There's a lot of dyes that you can't actually like put in food and other such things over in Europe. Europe has lots more local food restaurants along with domestic fast food chains. So American food chains got to step up their game. They don't have a monopoly. KFC and McDonald's failed in Vietnam because local street food is so cheap. Like I said, I'm pretty sure everyone at this point in America only like, well, there's way better restaurants now in America than there are just like the fast food chains everyone knows about. Like none of my favorite places to go are a fast food chain and haven't been for a very, very long time. So I don't know. I guess we got that going for us. So, like I got a couple places that when I go get something, I'm like, yeah, let's go there because it is like fucking good and better than anything at fast food. I mean, you gotta wait for your food though. But hey, that's the price you pay. You know what? It's worth it. Fast food was a mistake. Who else agrees? Commodity, the commodity of just getting your food within like a minute of ordering it, it's not worth it anymore. I'd rather have the actually better flavorful meal. You don't eat fast food. I normally never eat fast food anymore. I did recently just so I could get some free 4th of July tickets though. I had a Wendy's like spicy chicken sandwich. Came to me a little dry. All the fast food chains. Food has gotten worse since I was a kid. I'm 19 now and I'm disgusted at most of the fast food. And I agree with the statement that fast food sucks. See, I like that. You know, I mean, there's usually like still a few good things on their menu, but actually my problem with American fast food is that whenever they come up with something new, it's just a new way of organizing the food they already have. It's like, oh, we welcome to our try our new burger. It's the same burger but has like a different sauce on it. And that you know, okay, nice. You're very creative. Don't eat fast food much, yeah. Like I guess I chat. There's better options these days. You know what? Learn to cook. You make better stuff anyways, and you grow as a person. Had the Grimace birthday meal with the Grimace shake for my birthday, and I almost never wear McDonald's, and it fucked my stomach up. I mean, it's really just like a what is the Grimace shake? It's just like their milkshake but purple, or something like that. Why would you? I have to ask, you as in like a fully functioning adult, why would you be convinced to go get the Grimace birthday meal at McDonald's? Isn't that for kids? I mean, I'm assuming it's just like, oh, put the cartoon character on it. Last time you had fast food, like I said, I don't. If I eat fast food these days, it makes me feel sluggish afterward. Because of the TikTok meme, I'm not sure what's worse than. I mean, I could understand if you're like a big Grimace fan, but you did it just because. What? Did people actually convince you that Grimace would show up and kill you? Was that actually you just trying to commit suicide? Oh, I can't live in this world anymore. It's too much suffering. Yes, I'll have the Grimace extra large drink with a Big Mac and order of fries. Oh God, I just can't stand it. I like that idea. That's a good bit. So I gotta commit suicide, and I need Grimace's help. Chat, new tag team idea: Grimace and Shrek. Think of the nightmare-inducing potential of Grimace plus Shrek. Start the game. Add another 10 minutes to the clock. I'll show you to order me around. Look, I'm fucking rolling here. I just put together Grimace and Shrek. All right. The purple with the green, the oniony smell with the sugary drink. I made a whole video with me going crazy cause the shake. I have actually proud of myself. I have not seen a single video on this TikTok Grimace thing. Also, Dr. Senpai, thank you for your sub, man. I appreciate. Also, I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. But Dartigan, you have a schedule. What will your next video be? It's looking like it's going to be the good old FF16, you know? But, yeah, I will play a little bit of the game, though. Shrek used to have a green slush at Burger King. Oh, can you imagine buying it and mixing it together? Why do you have to show up when Dart is shipping... Why do I have to show up when Dart is shipping Grimace and Shrek? You know what? You just have excellent timing. That's what. No problem, man. I love your vids. Love hanging with chat. You know what, chat? Did you hear that? He likes you. He likes you as well as me. He thinks you're a good, honest community. Please don't prove this nice person wrong. Please show him that you're all normal, or at least you're normal at least 1 or 2 hours out of the day. Maybe. I don't know. Actually, maybe he likes you the way you are. He accepts you. You're a horrible human being. Yeah, I mean, what makes you horrible? I mean, if you're gonna say that, I'm gonna have to ask, well, but what makes you so horrible? Anyone have the Miles Morales burger at Burger? Okay, if you eat at Burger King, you are a horrible person. I do have to like draw a line somewhere, you know. I've mentioned before that I think Burger Kings shouldn't actually exist as anything other than like a town landmark so you can give directions. Does anyone recall the time McDonald's had to recall their Shrek glasses because they could contain cadmium? I'm assuming they're irradiating children. I mean, that's probably less dangerous than their actual the food. So, not exactly that big of a deal. Made the mistake of eating Burger King in Venice, was leagues better. Well, there you go. You ate it in a European country. It's like a completely different restaurant there at that point. Eating the American version, however, and you start to realize, like, man, I didn't know sawdust could be this flavorful. Is that a whole packet of ketchup for my dry-ass wood burger? What a great time. Ah, yes, my soda that's, you know, already flat and tastes like there's practically no syrup in it. Hey, Dartigan, how's my favorite streamer doing? Your favorite streamer is doing very well today, I feel. At least I got no problems to report anyways. What's the worst fast food restaurant in your opinion? I honestly believe it's probably Burger King. Keep in mind I have not eaten at all, like, what fast food restaurants have I, Dartigan Jones, eaten at? McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, Arby's, KFC, Chick-fil-A. I guess Five Guys counts as a fast food restaurant. Five Guys. Subway. Actually, you know what? Subway and Burger King is probably the king of terrible, if you, like, combine them. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Subway is worse than Burger King. Subway is like, I don't even call those sandwiches what they serve. Those are like, I don't know what they are. They're like, it's like napkins that you're pretending are food. It's like, hey, would you like a dry ass bread or like that's packed full of sugar? And would you like some like very cold, unappetizing meat substance on it? Rubbery meat, yeah. I remember I'd get the job I had, there's a Subway nearby, so I'd get the, you know, the chicken teriyaki every once in a while. And that was about the only thing they had that was even plausibly edible. Subway, where you don't eat fresh, but Jared does. Hey, he's in prison still, right? Remember, you make your own shitty sandwich at Subway? I mean, you can just tell them what to put on it, but it doesn't matter what your combo is, it's still gonna suck. How do you not like Subway, my brother in Christ? You made the sandwich? It doesn't... Because you get to pick what goes in your sandwich? It doesn't matter, it's all terrible. Like, oh, I get to pick exactly what goes in my sandwich? Wonderful! And then it still tastes like crap. There's a lawsuit whether Subway's bread could technically count as cake because of how much sugar's inside. I'd believe it. Does your milkshake bring all the girls to the yard? Well, If I utilize it properly, maybe. What exactly is a milkshake on a guy, though? I would assume the milkshake just meant, like, making your boobs.
What do you think, Clive? Then we're too late.
Please start streaming earlier next time. It's almost 3 a.m. in Germany. I'm very sorry about that. Usually I always start my streams at 8 p.m. US time, or Eastern US time.
There's nothing we can do.
So I'm not really sure what to do for you.
Say nothing.
Other than that, I can tell you that the VODs are always there for you to watch afterwards, so you know, there is that. If it's that late for you, you should just go to bed and, like, watch the VOD when you wake up the next day. Kaboosh! You know what? I wish a game... Chat, I want to make a game where it requires you to, like, upload your own sound effects using, you know... Well, I mean, you can't do that with mods, but here, I want a game, like, when you encounter a new enemy, it lets you, like, record lines that get added into the game. So when they're, like, doing stuff, like, you have to, like, make all the sound effects for them with your voice, like, zip, zap, zoom, just like, and then it plays it back to you when you're fighting them. There is a game that does something similar to that. It's a platformer where you use your voice. I forget the name of it, but you use your voice to, like, solve platforming challenges. But I want something like that where you actually, like, get goofy sound effects for all your enemies. Yeah, without having to go through the trouble of modding, no, is what I'm putting in.
Here they come! And come.
Did I just say come? Okay, yeah, he did. Come and come. What's going on over there, Golf? You're having too good of a time with this fight.
It's over. I don't want to die here, Clive. Then don't.
Love that all the squad tactics in this in this game of me using AoE spells.
No.
So thank you for the nut, which I think is what my partner over there just did. Welcome to the Dart Zone, only Dart inside enemy. I know the song you're referencing, by the way, and I thank you for reminding me of it. Only come inside anime girls. Your cum won't... Yeah, and I can even do the voice almost.
Let's try.
Shouldn't this thing, being a dragon, see me as one of its own kind of people right now? Thank you for the bits, by the way. Who's next? Totally not a White Walker, by the way, though. There's like light blue coloring. Definitely weren't inspired.
It isn't over yet. Of course it isn't.
couldn't plagiarize everything. I mean, they were clearly inspired heavily, but maybe a little bit too much. Problem is, they weren't inspired in the right elements as well. They have like the visuals there for it, but most of outside of like Clive's mom, most of like the the maniacal like political maneuvering was like non-existent. They need a little bit more of that, I feel. Like most of the nation, the kingdom kings and leaders didn't really like engage with each other. Come on, have another swing. Clive is kind of like Jon Snow. Obviously, yes, he's clearly inspired by Jon Snow. On the political angles to be way more interesting, yeah, but they didn't really do enough of it. Like I said, it's really just Clive's mom. I wanted to see like all those kings and stuff they showed get in on it, but they kind of just sat around and did nothing except for like, oh yes, we will do the. You saw what was going on. They needed a little bit more of what was going on with like Clive's mom coming from a few more characters. Are watching you at work because I have nothing to do. No one comes in this store, and there's only so many times I can clean before. What kind of store are we talking about?
Gav!
Don't tell me there's more of the bastards. Oh, fuck.
Oh. An ice cream shop? Really? In this kind of heat, no one's going to get an ice cream?
Have you come to watch, Odin?
Yeah, I really like being a voyeur.
Bound for stone.
Odin's a horny bastard.
Good. My master awaits you in the capital, though I cannot allow you to attend him in your present state.
And how are you going to stop us?
Why, with this!
What? Games Workshop called. They want their fantasy chaos lord back. A little bit, yeah. He's got a little bit, maybe. Why does Odin seem like he's on a whole different level from the other summons? Or like other icons?
What did you do?
Open my map after
If
this?
the vessel would see the path opened, it has but to ask. I shall see that my master's prize is made presentable.
Shit!
Psych.
Clive, would you mind telling me what the fuck just happened?
Hope we literally end up killing him by like just calling up Gilgamesh. Come in and slice him in half. Bird's dead, yes! It happened.
Oh, you
Wasn't through my
got
hand,
to
but they
be.
still died.
How are we supposed to get through that?
We seek an audience with the king. If His Majesty wants me to come and ask him, then that is exactly what I'll do.
Before you go practicing your petition, we don't even know where the fucker went. How about we cool our heads and think this through, eh?
You know, I don't think Snow would like our boy here very much because this guy's like, hey, what if we come up with a plan first? And we're...
Maybe there's something here we can use.
Snow would be like, we don't need plans. Sorry, I have to take every and any opportunity to bash on Snow a little bit. Just because, you know what? Real heroes don't need a... Yeah, he was like, let me go punch that a few times with me and my... Let me summon Shiva, my motorcycle, and make them scissor for some reason. I was told to look at my map. I'm not seeing what's so funny.
I thought we got them all.
So did I.
Overworld map? The overworld map? Oh, wrong button. Oh, we can... Oh, we can still fast travel out of it, huh? You are trapped within my barrier, Clive. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Zip. Are you planning on finishing this game tonight? I don't know. I doubt I'll be able to. So I'm assuming maybe tomorrow I can finish it. Speaking of Game of Thrones, the ending literally erased almost all media presence that series had. It's pretty impressive how much it fucked. Yeah, I was actually, I didn't watch it, but I saw the outrage. It's actually kind of impressive that they get screwed up so bad that they could turn like a full decade of goodwill just like on its head. I guess they just, like maybe the people making it just like started to hate it. Like I've been working on this forever. That's what fucking ended. Been 120 degrees here non-stop for a few... Jeez, do you have like an ice cream shop open in Death Valley? I mean, I probably wouldn't go outside for 120 degree ice cream either. I'd just like stay inside breathing in my air conditioner. Please. Oklahoma? Oof.
Please, no.
Miss. Whoa, easy, easy.
They went to Russia so they could
Not
work on...
turned,
Who would
alright?
want to like work on Star Wars more than Game of Thrones though? Like Star Wars is like a humiliating thing to even work on now, I feel like. It's like it's lost all of its prestige it once had. I feel, at least that's the way I feel about it. Like, it used to be like that was like a cultural thing. If you were in like Star Wars, you were like known forever. But now if you, it's like Star Wars like, eh. Oh, she pregnant. Pregnante.
My thanks, kind travelers.
Edda, forgive me for asking, but what went on here?
There's another fully Cooley in the making. After that last two they came up with, I'm not exactly thrilled if that's the case. If it's going to be more like those.
It all started when the skies changed. The elders said it was the Arcade. One by one, people went mad. Minds taken by the ether. Till only I remained. By then, I was was too far along to run. And then the nights came. And I didn't know.
People
what
hate
to
Diablo
do.
4 right now. I mean, that's to be expected. Diablo fans are still hoping something can never be better than Diablo 2, and it's not going to happen.
Okay. Is...
Just a story. Something our grandparents told us when we misbehaved. About how the heavens would grow dark before the land took her last breath.
The end of the world.
Oh, come on, you need a cooler name for it.
You
Like
said the others
Ragnarok or
went
something. I
mad.
mean, Odin's even there.
But where did they go?
They all left.
You saw all the fully cooler, but don't remember the second or third one. They're very forgettable, and only the first one matters.
To reverie.
The second and third one were made by like a completely different group of people, like 2 decades after the first one.
blacksmith. My husband.
You thinking he did this?
Of course. Who else could it be? You were in Canva. You saw what he did to the people.
But then what about her? How come her nut hasn't cracked?
An interesting way of putting it.
The baby, perhaps? Could be protecting her from the ether. I can't think
You're
of any
downloading
other
Diablo 4
explanation.
and you know how it only takes 30 minutes to
You
copy a
mean-
game on PlayStation?
It's a bearer.
And it's so bugged that it stopped copying, huh?
It won't matter
Interesting.
what it is once Ultima's magic takes hold. Time's running out. This tower. That's where we'll find the king.
Liam Neeson like being in prequels because he got to be a Jedi. I mean, like I said, that used to be like, I mean, it was like 2 decades between like the original trilogy and then like the prequels, right? And then like
the
less
same
time
as
between the
Phoenix Gate.
prequels and the sequels, and now you just get like a coleslaw of like, you know, here's like some more slop for your, here's some more shit for your face, Star Wars fans. So it used to be like you had to wait a while for it, but now you're getting it every year, and it just doesn't, it doesn't feel special anymore. Mm-hmm. Star Wars went weird after Disney bought it. I mean, it had its issues before then, let's be honest.
The mural is complete. Ultima and this vessel, Ifrit. Garuda, Ramu, Shiva, Titan, Bahamut, Odin. Even Leviathan the Lost is here.
Oh, we're saving him for DLC.
Where is the Phoenix?
Oh.
By the founder.
Mandalorian's a good show. I heard it's gotten worse though as the seasons went on. One of the final big storylines where
So
Disney
that's what you
bought it
want.
and was Luke fighting
Isn't
Cthulhu-like
it?
monster from a black hole. That sounds actually pretty good. Like I said, it doesn't matter even if you get like 1 or 2 good
So
things out
that's
of
how it's
Star
gonna
Wars.
be
I feel
then.
like it's lost all of its prestige.
I'm not asking, Gav. I need you to stay with Edda.
Like, it's just another, like, another form of entertainment now. It's not
must
like a
do this
special event when
alone.
one comes out.
If I don't return, you're to find Joshua and make for the Enterprise. Understood?
Aye. Just don't you go dying on me. Sid's name suits your miserable mug better than mine.
Don't worry. I haven't finished with it yet.
You think they did a better job making this more like Game of Thrones and 12 did being like Star Wars? I tend to agree. This game is like this game is a weird mishmash of so much though. It's like when you look at the game though, you feel like you're looking at The Witcher 3. When you see the cutscenes, it's like you're watching Game of Thrones. When you play the game, it's like you're playing Devil May Cry. But all the while you're doing all that, you know you're playing a game called Final Fantasy, and you get hints that it's still a Final Fantasy game here and there. So it's like your mind is constantly being like thrown off about what do you expect, for good or bad. All right, so make for Riviere. I guess we go this way. Playing Witcher 3, but I want to hear your thoughts. Did I like Witcher 3? Yeah. Like I said, I'm not gonna like say it's the best game ever or the best RPG ever like some people do. I did enjoy it though. I think it's very, for like telling a very mature RPG, it's probably the best for that. Yeah, it's not like, you know, kiddie JRPG shit. Not, well, that's insulting. There's really good JRPGs, but it's a very good Western mature RPG, I would say. Probably the best. Speaking of the Ubisoft Star Wars game, every planet will have a map as big or bigger than Valhalla's map. I've heard this, and I don't know how many planets are we talking about? I don't know how you can make games that big anymore. Mainly just by copy-pasting a bunch of shit, but my god, is it terrible. There's just no way you can make any game that entertaining to be playable for that long. At some point, you just run out of steam. You're like, I want this to end. And knowing Ubisoft and their design way of doing things, they'll make you go to every planet. And like, just like they did in Valhalla, you're gonna have to get, you know, you need every planet on your side. They want to make sure you see every bit of it. Do you still play do I still play Valheim? Oh, come on, you know the answer to that question. Like, why would I? I don't even have that game loaded on my computer anymore. I deleted that as soon as I released that video, and I've not even given it serious thought again. Outside of making fun of it whenever I can. Like I'm assuming you were wondering if I played the DLC. Nope. You're split about Witcher 3. When I played through the game back in 2015, it felt so good. I completed it back in the day. Never a good time with it, but around a year ago I brought it up again and I could not make myself finish it. Sadly, felt really dated, especially with the combat. Feels really clunky. I mean, it felt clunky back when I played it as well. Witcher has always been a clunky game. It's never been properly streamlined in a way. I mean, I recently played through Witcher 1, if you want to talk about clunky. That game's nothing but clunk. That game needs a yoga lesson, it's so fucking clunky. Like, you even hear its bones is like popping back into place as you like move its joints around. Like, oh, it looks like we need a correction. You know, do a few corrections on your spine here, Mr. Witcher. Got a lot of tension in this the UI you got. There's a weapon in this area I should pick up. I mean, I can hardly think it's gonna be better than my like second best sword in the game right now. Oh, Valheim, not Valhalla. Okay, never mind. I got confused. Yeah, I haven't played Valheim in a while because I'm waiting for more
feel it.
content.
But now's not the time.
I hate that those games sound so familiar. That being said, Valheim is actually kind of a clunky game too. I just enjoy it. Valhalla, though, not so much. Show the map again, please. I mean, yeah, it's a map. We're going to the edge of infinity. Love that place. It's mega linear. I mean, it's not exactly as linear as you think. There's plenty of like open areas in the game and like different paths. This ain't Final Fantasy 13 again, is it?
Global saturation.
Exactly. But you never played Valheim. I've played Valheim for you guys quite a few times. You guys are never interested in it though. I stopped trying to get you interested in it. Like I said, I usually play it when I have like a boss to fight, and that's it. Since you guys, I figure that's flashy enough to get everyone's attention. If fighting these things is really annoying if you don't have a Garuda equipped to drag them down to you. FF10 did linearity the best. It was a very linear game, FF10. I will say that. People give like 13 a lot of shit for being a hallway. FF10 is really just a hallway as well. But here's the thing. Every Final Fantasy game is actually incredibly linear. Even the ones that give you a world map. The world map fooled you into thinking you actually had choice on what you could do next and where you could go. But if you remember every world map in like all the older FF games, you actually couldn't really go anywhere but where it wanted you to go. So every Final Fantasy game has been a very linear RPG. FF10 did a good job of making the world feel huge and alive, even though it was very... Did it? I mean, I don't recall feeling like the world was large when I played it.
This won't be easy.
To me, blades!
I think he's dead, chat. In FF9, when you open the map, you can rush the Chocobo. FF9 was the one that gave you a few options, but is mainly, do you want to like go visit a few like marshes and like look for frogs and like go to Chocobo Forest, or go to this area where you couldn't do anything. So while I did let you like explore a few areas where you didn't have to go, you usually couldn't do a lot. And this is something from who's like a big FF9 stan, by the way. Usually the Final Fantasy games have always waited till like the very end when they let you like go wherever you want after you get an airship before they give you any option. What do you think about people calling God of War Ragnarok linear and a bad continuation of the franchise? I think I had fun playing God of War Ragnarok, is what I think. That being said, I have criticisms. I mean, even I made fun of it for, you know, one, its new tone being so more like not like I said, I like the new God of War games, but I do think it's funny that if you parallel them with the original ones, which are like all like, I believe they described that series as like those, when they were making God of War originally, is like, what if you could like take those old heavy metal cartoons or like, I think, or magazines and like turn into a video game? So that's why they were like so just like extremely violent and like sexual as well. And now they've toned all that down because all the people who made it are now dads now. And they were like, oh, well, I gotta, like, you know, make this for my daughter. So it is funny. I'll give it that. That being said, I still like it. It's a good game. And it had really good combat system. But I'm not going to ignore the juxtaposition when you compare the old games with the new. And what, you know, how they expect you to just, like, forget all that. Or, like, no, you know, Kratos has moved on. But, like I said, I gave it, like I said, I actually meant it when I said it's, like, the best case scenario award. Of all the games that have tried to redo their tone, it's probably the only good one, I feel, that's done at least a halfway decent job at it. It's really hard to go from something edgy that's like, you know, very violent and very edgy in a lot of ways to take it down a few notches and still make it, you know, feel mostly authentic and still in line with itself. So I feel like it's actually maybe one of the few examples actually. And they did that mainly by acknowledging that Kratos, yeah, is still sort of that, but he's like much more repressed now, because it also helped that I guess that one, they did depict Kratos as being like a doting father when he had a daughter. So he kind of already had that going for him, so he's just now more of like a realistic father. Something depressing that came out of the interviews in the last game was that when the director was like, we really wanted to finish it with 2 games, I should have missed 8 years of my daughter's life making these 2 games. I mean, you don't really need, we really do need to get away with the idea that everything needs to be a trilogy, so I respect that. Not everything needs 3 fucking installments to tell its tale. 1 or 2 is actually more than enough. And there's always a problem when you do like a trilogy, the middle game or like the middle movie or whatever is always the weakest because it's just setting up the final, you know, installment. So just having it be 2 installments was perfectly fine. Especially when you consider how long those 2 games are put together. I think to play through like both of them back to back, it takes longer than playing through like all 3 God of War games before it. Still needs to be another Ghost of Tsushima. It's pretty well known that they're working on it.
This is it, boy.
The 2 Towers is weak. Okay, there are exceptions, alright? Don't try to nitpick this argument. We all know we've encountered plenty of, like, sophomore slumps in, like, trilogies. Where, like, oh, this is meant to be a trilogy, but the second game or, like, movie is just to set up the third. And definitely, suffers from it. Riviere, huh? Wait, are we going further away from where we need to go? Okay, whatever. This coming from the king of nitpicks? Yeah, but I am neither, like, very rich or the producer of a very popular video game. I'm just a man, you know. I'm just a dude who's, like, sitting in his, like, regular-ass place. I have feelings, and they can be... I bleed when you cut me.
I've come for you, Barnabas.
You're split about the remake of Metal Gear Solid 3? Supposedly it's just a graphical and like gameplay remaster. They're keeping all the cutscenes and characters and voice actors from the original and just reusing it all.
Stay close, Torgal.
It wasn't magic that opened that door automatically for him, chat. It was sheer hotness. Pretty privilege is real. Doors even open for you. Last King. Hmm. They don't keep the OG voices in the Silent Hill 2 remake? Well, we already know they're not. They already have a new actor for like the main character, a new look, sort of like more realistic look for him.
More echoes of the fallen. They need to feed on ether. They should be here.
Between movies, TV shows, and video games, I've been having a pretty great year. Still no job, though. To be honest, I may not go back to work, period. I mean, hey, do you have, like, another option for, like, that whole money issue, then? I mean, I hope you do. It'd be great if you could just, like, you know what, I think I'm done with this whole work thing. It's not really living up to its reputation. But good, congrats on having, a pretty good entertainment year, then, I guess. Let's see, I think I need to level some stuff up. If he allows assignment, mastery ain't worth it of that. So I could put it into that, but I need a few more points. Multiple spheres of light. Actually, I should do this one. I don't know why I haven't upgraded that even once. Because I do use that move pretty often. Increase the number of mastery. Allows us, I mean... maybe I should get the points back from Garuda since I'm not using it right now. Wait, you don't get the... Wait a minute. It doesn't give you back the full amount of points, does it? Wait, does it? I guess it gives you back the full amount, doesn't it? It does? Okay, I was about to say, wait, am I like... I was going to be upset if it wasn't giving back the full amount. Okay, there we go. So now we can make Dragon Giga Flare. I think I look like Giga Chad. Yeah, it's let's make the dragon stronger. Okay, we'll hold off. Giga Flare and Impulse are Bahamut's only good abilities outside of casting Mega Flare. I mean, every single one of these moves only has like 1 or 2 good moves that I've noticed. Just had a strawberry lemonade push ice pop and it was so good. You know what? It's all about the mixing of flavors. Dartichag. I kind of like the Dartichag better than Dartichad. Maybe I should make that into an emote, Dartichad. consider upgrading the Titan drill to full so you can use it on other forms? That'd be the main reason, right? I don't know, I'm kind of happy with the moves I'm currently using. But if I want to, I will, obviously. Hello? Is there any boss fights in here?
Bloody Fallen. Why do all their floors seem to have a mind of their own?
You like the Shiba dash with Titan powers? Oh, so you freeze them and then just like smack them? It's actually not a bad combo. You had mint iced tea, it's yummy. You know, I continue to find it hilarious how, like, human, taste sense is completely fucked over in nature. Like, so much of the stuff we find delicious was really just plants trying to protect themselves from being eaten. Like mint, like, mint was like, hey, evolution, can you, like, give me menthol so, like, bugs won't want to eat me? And then, like, caveman discovering, like, oh, mouth cool, eat more. Same thing with, like, peppers. Like, hey, can you make me spicy so, like, mammals won't be able to eat me? And then came along humans like, oh, this makes our food taste great.
It's over.
Good. Too bad spices give you guts, the shits. Not really. That's only if you're like not used to spicy food or to eat something really spicy. I don't think I've ever experienced the whole like spicy food makes you have like bad bad toilet time. Not even once. And I've eaten a fucking ghost pepper. Though to be fair, I did puke the ghost pepper up, so it never really got past my into the stomach to be digested. But I've eaten plenty of other spicy stuff. Bad toilet time? Yeah, I know, right? And I have to assume that since there's entire cultures eating nothing but spicy food, they don't have to like have that go through that experience every time they do.
Let's try.
Ow. Ow.
There's a good boy.
knock that shit off.
Nice try.
Why are you fighting a Pokemon? Because I want to be the very best. And I need to capture it. Why else would you battle Pokemon? It's pretty well stated. You do that when you're, you know, it's a growing thing. You do it as a child. It builds character. Bring them is my cause. Pokemon, da da da. Everyone knows that song, right? There's like not a you can start singing it. Everyone will know, like, yeah, nodding along. Your heart's so true. Though I can't hold a tune, so. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon. You think Pokemon tastes good? I mean, they clearly have to eat something over there in that world. Travel across the land, searching far and wide. Each Pokemon to understand. Well, you know what, Ash? Maybe the Pokemon already understand the power that's inside. I mean, they're born with it. They don't need you to, like, you know, tell them how to do what to do. I mean, we all like to make fun of how nonsensical the world of Pokemon is, but that's really every children's cartoon. Now you need your cute cat girl VTuber model. Why do I need that all of a sudden? I thought you should have just ended that sentence with, now I just need a cute cat girl. And I might have agreed with you. Now I've got the Pokemon theme stuck in my head, chat. Thank you.
This won't be easy. That's better.
Can't see this fucking thing. It's like the same color as the background almost. Remember the Pokemon soundtrack with Misty singing a love song about Ash? I actually don't. Maybe I didn't watch Pokemon enough. I thought... Wait, was it confirmed? I mean... Actually, isn't there like the new Pokemon series now with, like, since Ash retired? Is it like any good? I haven't seen anyone talk about like the new main character. New, yeah, the new, not nude. Main characters, plural, yeah, main characters. Is it like confirmed yet if she's like Ash's kid or something. I mean, that's probably stupidly what it is. But who knows? New girl got hypnotized by a Pokemon and got all of her money and stuff stolen. Man, the new world of Pokemon is fucking real. It sure is a lot of elevators I'm going up right now.
If I were Barnabas, where would I be? The top. So I could look down on the world.
Is he sitting in the lawn chair? Please tell me he's sitting in the lawn chair. I mean, the color scheme of this tower even kind of looks like you know Virgil's tower in Devil May Cry 5. I am the storm that is approaching. Chad, do you remember that chatter? Chad, do you mean chat? That's a weird statement. Chad, do you remember the chatter that was obsessed with Virgil? I don't know if she still watches or not. I haven't seen her in a while, but I remember she was just like thirsted after Virgil like nothing else. Would I ever consider restreaming Devil May Cry 5 after playing this game for 40 hours? Unlikely, because it plays very similar to it. Bunny, yeah, that was her name, wasn't it? She has a job now? Yeah, okay, yeah, that explains it. God damn it, chat. Why do you gotta keep getting jobs? Chat, what you need to have a very successful live stream is get nothing but people who are on welfare to watch you. That way they don't have to like stop watching to go to work. Leave my dog alone. Or the elderly. Well, I don't think they're... The average age of a Twitch viewer isn't really in the elderly category. Give another 20 years and maybe. Wonder if Skyrim Grandma has a big out. I wonder, is she still alive, the Skyrim Grandma? Last time I saw about her, she was like actually stopping her content because she was like getting sick or something. Or it was like the stress was making her sick. Waiting for the EBT card refill. I mean, you're probably getting better and more food than everyone else with the inflation prices these days. She's still going and she's still good. That's great. I actually like that. That was like, you know what? You go, Granny. Is she excited for Starfield? Or is she just strictly, no, she's a Skyrim main. I'm sick of Twitch. It does this thing where the chat will stop and I have to close the app and start again. I've always said that the best way to watch Twitch streams is in a browser. Their app is pretty terrible. For the many reasons besides the one you just stated. So I always recommend watch it on your TV if you can, or on a browser or something. This guy is like coral reef monster or something.
That's new. Though I expect it'll fall like all the rest. Nice try. That's better. You're a fine hand.
Whoops, forgot that kill. That's new. I fought him 4 times. Have I? I think I have. You're probably right. Have I got that to 100,000 stagger damage yet? I'm getting close. I have a pretty good combo set up for doing damage during stagger moments now.
What was that thing?
Hey, Ghost Wolf, thank you for the 10 months, man. Hope you're enjoying yourself and enjoying life as well. You're sorry for what? What have you done? Show me your report card. Come on out with it. I know you like doing this dad joke all the time, so might as well like lead into it. Question, are you still wanting to do that Twitch stream WWE thing? Yes. Still want to do that. It's just I haven't had time to like make characters for it yet. Though I do have a list of the characters I'd want to make. You crashed the car? You crashed my vintage 1964 Dick Rider? My god. I don't know car, type, so I just said Dick Rider. People will believe it. Can I help? I mean, if I end up needing it, sure. But like I said, I'm not currently working on it, so no worries right now. Like I said, it would just be like using character creator, so not that big of an issue.
You know what to do, boy.
How does it feel to be a chat dad? A chat dad? I don't have to pay for all of your college educations, do I? Frightening thought. Seriously, I wasn't here last night. I was busy doing homework. Hey, I don't agree with the idea of like schools giving kids homework, but hey, you gotta do it. So, might as well get it over with and do it properly, I suppose. The Wheel of Ice. Wait, do I don't use Mesmerize, do I? Or do I? You know, I have actually not checked change these gears in a while. Yeah, I'm not even using this. Yeah, we need to change this one. What abilities do I use again? I do use Mesmerize and I use Impulse. Do that. Hypothetically, Baldur's Gate 3 comes out in a week or two. Am I gonna sin it? I don't know. I might check it out and play it. I know you get to fuck a bear in that game, so I'm automatically interested. I like new experiences, chat, and I cannot say I've ever fucked a bear in a video game before. Gotta go so I can close the store. Hey, I'm glad that your night was easy. I'm glad I was here for you that, you know, so hopefully tomorrow is a cooler day for you. But thanks for being here and part of the stream though, Donks. Loved having you. Have a safe drive home. Do you fuck the bear or is there a protection involved? It's like set in the, I don't know, do they have condoms in Dungeons and Dragons? Probably. Maybe goat skin. The better question is, do you top the bear or does the bear top you? If someone used one of your videos for a class presentation, how would you feel? I think that's already happened. Like, I know that my content has been used to help someone prepare for a theater role before, and I was pretty honored about that. Oh, my Pokeball is here. Voltorb. What would you turn into if you had the powers of a druid? Personally, there's plenty of art that I would turn into. I don't know if I'm qualified to answer this question. What would I turn into? I don't know. There's plenty of cool animals, so take your pick. Maybe I just turn into a better version of myself. Whatever he's doing, I don't like it, so I'm stopping it. I'm boring because you're asking me to like think of something creatively while I'm fighting an electric steel bolt ball. Give me a break. My brain is occupied reading chat, fighting a game, and like coming up with battle strategies right now, and also ways to say the word dick in multiple different ways. I got a lot of pressure and stress on me right now because of all that. fuck. We got ourselves a gauntlet happening right now. Wait, is that an Iron Giant? Probably as close as we're getting in the game.
What's one more, eh, Toggle? Let's roll ready.
Ow. Sorry, I'm in like pure gamer mode, chat. You just need to be set back and be impressed right now. Oops, wrong ability. Can he die? Yeah, he did. What's with the grilling from Logical and King? I don't know. They have ideas sometimes of what makes someone funny in chat, and they just go off on a tangent. That's what I've come to learn about them, anyways. They like settle on like, you know what? I think I'll have a little bit of this today, and they'll like stay on it for a bit. You know what? That looks like a time. Uh-oh. That'd be tiring fighting something that big. What's up, Mike? Achoo! Achoo! Sorry. Gotta sneeze every once in a while, you know? Yeah.
Almost there.
Yes, it does seem we've just about reached the top. Bless you, hallelujah, hallelujah. This reminds me of the tower in Devil May Cry 3. And in 5. And many other video game towers that they throw in there. There's a lot of towers in Final Fantasy as well. Wonder when they'll make another crossover Final Fantasy Dissidia game. I have the feeling Noctis, Clive, and Chaos. I think they're like done making Dissidia, aren't they? Like the team that made Dissidia then went on to make that Strangers in Paradise game. You know, with Jack. Jack Garland. Chaos.
He's here.
Yeah, see right here what you got is a chaos problem. I mean, I can probably get rid of it. It's going to cost you about 900 bucks. You're going to have to like degas the entire house of chaos first. I gotta tell you, it's not going to be pretty. You're going to be smelling some... I don't know why I'm like pretending like Jack's like a pest control guy. I don't know why. It's a bad bit, I know. But sometimes my mind goes in weird directions. I've tried asking you this before, but who would be your Dissidia villain rep for this game? Barnabas or Ultima? Probably Barnabas would make like the better character. Like sometimes, like when it comes to Dissidia, the final villain didn't always make it to like the bad guy. Like, or at least Titus found it funny. Like, I believe like instead of including Zeramis in Dissidia, they included like Golbaz instead. And instead of like Yu Yevon, it was Jekt in Dissidia as well. So, whatever.
The blade must ever feed if her edge is to remain keen.
Butcher.
What care you for these worthless creatures? They are nothing. Weak from the moment of their conception, ever longing for power not theirs to command, they turn unfailingly upon themselves. Like sheep, they roam in filthy flocks, eager to trample those few gifted a fleece of gold. Or that they might feel contentment with their pitiful existence. Prejudice and persecution, severance and strife, every earthly wrong springs from the malice in men's hearts.
Who's my favorite FF villain?
Malice born of the
Probably
pain
Kafka.
and suffering that is free will. Its corruption is gnawed at your being from the
I hate
very
the things
moment
that are
of your
good about
birth.
society, is what this guy's saying, by the way.
You're wrong. It is no corruption. It is who I am. Every choice I make, right or wrong, gives me reason to carry on. And carry on I shall. Not as a puppet, but as a man. Which are you?
There was a time I too thought those the only choices.
What?
Where would Kuja rank?
Long
Pretty
ago,
highly.
God granted man the gift of magic. And with that gift did he build great civilizations. Yet over time, man lost sight of the gift's true meaning, stepping from the path of shared prosperity to one of avarice. He abandoned his creator for sword and flame, and through his folly, beckoned the blight. yet, there were those few who refused to turn their eyes from the heavens. And they prayed to God that he might lead them back to righteousness. And the Lord, he did answer. Before the worthy shall the gates of paradise open. And so did I spread my arms to the ether, and cast my soul upon its gentle waters. I gave myself unto him. My worth proven, the Lord charged me thus. If your kind are to find salvation, they must be made to serve. You see, paradise lies but a single step away. Could we only take it? Could we only leave our transgressions behind? For none save the pure of heart and mind may set foot in the new world. I will save us. But it all begins and ends with you.
Thank you for the bits.
You are the key, Mythos. And with this humble offering, shall I prove my faith once more.
So you forsook your kingdom. You forsook yourself to serve. Tell me, how is that living? What you seek to provide is not salvation. It's anything but. Life is about always having a choice. Take that away, and we might as well be dead.
Your argument is invalidated, Clive. Because do you not see my check mark? I've paid the fee. I'm validated on Twitter.
Just the strength of your will.
It's not the strength of my will that should worry you, but the weakness of yours.
Oh, that joke sucked. That's because I kind of cracked up in the middle of saying it. Which means it's actually pretty good since it made me laugh.
If you think your will is stronger, prove it. By this day's end, you shall know the truth. Blessed with the might of a god, yet still you fight like a man.
I can't even see if I'm hitting it, but I guess I see numbers on screen, so I guess it's good.
Must I show you?
Nice try.
When will you see? Show me more!
Soundtrack's going fucking ham though. get this combo set up. War is bad, Dart. Just kiss the hand. Actually, I think he's saying free will is bad.
Chose you to serve as his vessel, and you cling to this foolish notion of hope when there is none.
I've entered Saturday morning cartoon villain monologue mode, Clive. You can't hope to defeat me now. Hope, happiness, love. I don't need these things. I have a big fucking horse.
Desperate, are we?
Knight of the round. No, this is Odin.
Finally, we can begin. Yeah.
You abandoned hope for love, do you get to look like that? I guess so. If you become a nihilist, you become really cool. Oh, he's doing the Gandalf versus the Balrog thing.
You have been shown the path. Now you must follow it. Free yourself, Mythos. You will not defeat me otherwise.
We'll see. Perhaps you still require persuasion.
Kind of behind you, bro. Cool move, though.
Enough, Mythos.
Yeah, stop talking shit. He's getting some hits in now.
Don't disappoint me.
Guess we're ready.
This is MMO attacks. He does use a lot of MMO AoE effects, yeah. Shit. Defeated.
Defeated. You admitted defeat the moment you turned your back on us. When you turned your back on the truth, Barnabas. We are not as weak as your god believes.
When did he get like 8 feet tall, by the way? Do not kill the dog. Okay, just knocked me all the way.
Damn it.
Doing the anime cuts, chat.
What are you waiting for? Men know nothing of strength. But you will.
Isn't that Squall's move? Yeah, that's Squall's move. Yeah, blasting zone. You can hear me pound that controller. It's not exactly a plop, plop, plop sound, but it's still refreshing to hear.
Made a weapon of your weakness. My apologies.
Welcome back, Luggy.
You are not the fool I took you for.
You're actually pretty cool, Clive.
And so it ends.
Oh.
Don't tell me you are tired, Mythos. Your stubborn defiance has stirred my long-becalmed heart, filling it with a joy that I have not known for generations.
Good one. Good timing on the Titus.
I had thought the tantalizing kiss of self-indulgence, a dream forever out of reach.
He's activated clown mode, chat.
Sweet ruin courses through my veins. I shall not be quick to relinquish it. Show me your work, Mythos, that I might revel in it.
Nut. Yeah, he's definitely nutting. Oh. Where'd he go?
The disappointment of lesser rivals.
I'm out of his heals, by the way, except for like my devil trigger.
Salvation is come. Rejoice as our souls are granted. Peace unending.
How do you know this day will come? What proof have you?
Your mere existence is proof of the Lord's grand design.
I'll never serve your god!
Uh-oh. Ow. Wooden Wartail. I can't speak German. Okay, this is not a Final Fantasy fight. This is straight up like, yo. You've seen this fight a million times. I got no heals left. What is it? You can hear it actually? What is it? He got me right when I was getting good.
Bruh. Oh, my constant congregation, salvation is come. Rejoice as our souls are granted, peace unending.
How do you know this day will come? What proof have you?
Your mere existence is proof of the Lord's grand design.
There's a few too many particle effects on screen to see what's happening.
Serve your god!
No elixirs, I do, but I don't have... I've never actually put them on the hot list. I kind of keep forgetting about them. How do you switch to them, actually? Do you have to do it in the menu? You can pause and use it? Oh. Point blank. Why not? This dude needs like a 700 Club TV show. This amount of religiosity he's going on. He turned into a Beyblade. Oh, fuck. I think we got him. I think we got him. Left Eden is still fighting. These fights take a while, you realize. What's it? He got it.
Well, the day is at an end.
And we both know the truth. It is I who stand victorious. My will that prevailed.
Your will? No. It was his. Clive Rossfield.
I mean, it didn't pierce his armor. Oh, but it did knock him off. We never stole his power, though. Wait a minute. He's going to turn into Odin, isn't he? This happened before.
It's like one of my Japanese animes.
Yes, we've established this, definitely. Oh no. Is that all? Is he out of gas?
Perhaps there is strength in will. Would that I had not relinquished my own.
Even before Steven Seagal makes a guest appearance in Street Fighter. Of course, he's a perfect creation.
You relinquished nothing. What was it, if not will, that made you strive for a new world? Strive to win your master's approval.
Are we ever gonna find out why you were hugging your naked mother's hallucination? No?
You were shown a fantasy, and you chose to believe it. But you were wrong. There is no world but the one we live in. And that world is worth saving. Even if it means killing a god.
You know, we did kind of have that in common with Seymour with the mother issue.
Bold words. From one who has served the Lord so well.
Heaven doesn't exist and climate change is real.
Pointless.
Oh, there, we got political all of a sudden.
But I almost forgot. I promised that I would make you presentable. Did I not?
You know, you could probably kick his hand off him,
Shall
Clive.
fulfill our destinies, just as the Lord's mother crystals have fulfilled theirs. Come, Clive Rossfield. Take what is rightfully yours. Become one with God.
No.
Could have done that minutes ago.
At long last, salvation. I'm coming home. Mother.
Yeah. No, no, that's the wrong sound effect to play right now. No, bad.
Tell me, how does it feel?
Show yourself! Face me!
How does it feel to consume your rival's strength? To gorge yourself on their beam? To edge step by trembling step ever closer to the divine? With or without a will, you are still but a vessel, our vessel. Behold, how your body shudders in anticipation of its
Hey, Mr.
fate.
Cool Guy, thank you for the sub. Your first time subbing too, right? You will be a hot god, yes?
It's not yours yet.
No.
Had to use the
Come
prime
then,
sub?
O
I think you
wayward
would.
giant. We shall await you upon the back of the first worm. There, all shall end and begin again.
Am I gonna send Tears of the Kingdom? I highly doubt it, but I might see if I can, just because I might be able to make a short video off it, because there's not a lot of plot there. But I recorded my playthrough of it. Hello, what's up, Streamlurker? How you doing? Good name, by the way. That's a good old yell of frustration, chat. Remind you to never become a hot anime boy. Yeah, I'll definitely like warn you about that if you start going down the wrong path. Hey, Don't become hot. Bad idea. God might take an interest in you. Oh, theater uncle.
Quickly, my lord, quickly!
Oh no, don't do a Hodor right now. Would I have sex with Zeus? I would make him blow me, but I wouldn't have sex with him.
Why the hell is my city calling with the captain? Don't ask me, ask them!
I don't know where that guy's been.
Since when was I gonna
Apparently
have
everywhere.
to hide when there was a fight to be had? Since
Like
they
Cyber Spider-Man
stripped
2,
me
it
of
looks
my
pretty good.
rank and banished me from the battlefield. Now I'm stuck fighting the backsides of this lot while the city burns out my filth over the man half my age! And then you turn up! What the hell are you doing here anyway? What indeed? The enemy numbers 200,000 or more, counting the orcs. There are simply not enough soldiers garrisoned in the capital to repel an army of that size. And then one of the central keep, held by a contingent of soldiers and bearers from the surrounding boroughs. They are the sole reason it still stands. And all it took was an army on their doorstep to bring them together.
The prospect of death does put things into perspective.
Yeah, perspective. Perhaps it's what we've lacked all along.
I need you to lend me some of your best men, preferably all of them.
My best men! Does it look like I'm here?
I admit this might not be the most convenient time, but my nephew's in trouble, and I may have already promised him your help.
Your nephew, the outlaw. My soldiers have better things to do than die for nothing.
Then you and he are of the same mind.
Try fights for the opposite!
You fight for a world in which you shouldn't have to live and die for nothing. And he fights today to give us all a chance of a better tomorrow.
Be that as it may, a handful of men cannot stand against the kingdom!
Then mayhap they are the wrong men.
Oh, hot guy back.
Damned.
Our numbers are few, but I shall rally as many of my dragoons as I'm able.
Bro Hamid.
You, apprise the Lord Strategist of the state of the city's defenses.
Yes, Your Radiance.
And you would fight alongside us.
I owe the Phoenix a debt.
Does this vouch for my nephews?
Aye, but I still have my doubts about you.
Which we can discuss later.
Indeed.
You said you had men garrisoned in the keep. Captain, do you know how many yet remain?
Allow me to confirm. Commander?
Whatever their number, Randalar will be needing them all.
and build a pyre in the courtyard.
Oh, his boyfriend's around.
Terence,
My lord.
I think that was his boyfriend, right?
you will find a girl there.
A girl? We are in the middle of a war.
I owe her my life, and I always pay my debts. You are to see that she is provided for.
Dion, I cannot leave.
But you shall. If I'm ever to be worthy of the forgiveness of our people, then I must earn it. And I must earn it by my hand, and my hand alone. Know that I do not ask this lightly.
know that I will do it. Farewell, Terence.
This is the only guy that could probably get a harem in this anime if he in this game if he wanted.
Farewell, my prince.
This is what people want out of Link and Sidon, by the way. Just so you're aware, this is what they all imagined. Sometime later. Hate to see him go, but loves to watch him leave. Damn, he thick. Exactly. They didn't kiss? Didn't they kiss in an earlier cutscene?
Clive, thank fuck. You alright?
I am. But I'm a damn sight better for seeing you, Joshua.
And Barnabas.
The king is dead.
So they're all...
They are, but so is their killer. He can't hurt anyone anymore. You're safe.
Why isn't Goez turning since he's not a bearer? I mean, they're not in like a flooded area either. That's why. Where does this game fit into the timeline in relation to FF7? Oh, that's a mistake. Individual Final Fantasy games are not a continuation of the story. They're all their own unique world with unique characters. So it doesn't fit at all with the, the timeline because they're not part of the same world. It's a common mistake, but yeah. Each Final Fantasy game is its own story, own world, everything else. So you don't have to worry about that.
I'm sorry, Clive. You know I want nothing more than to go with you.
I do. But I'm glad you're heading back to the Enterprise nonetheless. And not
There
just
are
for Heda's
exceptions,
sake.
of course, whenever you get an actual
people
direct
need to know
sequel,
what
but those
happened
will
to
usually
them.
be called something like
You can count on
10-2
me.
or something else. They'll make a second number after it.
Thank you.
How one you ever played is
Yeah.
FF15 7? I mean, yeah. So you can see that there's no continuation between 15 and 7 either.
Do you think that was wise?
Wiser than leaving a woman with child alone in the Deadlands. They'll be safer at the hideaway.
Will they? Maybe the
No,
baby
at
will be a
least.
monster. I've read Berserk. I know how that goes.
This land is overrun with Akashic. The king himself was long turned, albeit by choice, all to serve Ultima in his damnable quest to forge the perfect vessel.
The chaos Barnabas wreaked upon nation after nation. How many were killed for this?
He didn't consider it killing, or a mercy of sorts. A way to end their
God,
suffering.
if you saw these two talking, would you actually believe they're brothers?
He truly wanted to save mankind, and ultimately use that.
As he uses us.
But why us? What are we?
What are we? We are dominance. That is our fate. But that doesn't mean we have to accept it, which is why we fight. For the right to deny it. Is that not so?
It is. For our sins. Barnabas said something else. That the Mother Crystals were Ultimas.
Ultimas? Are you certain?
We know that the Mother Crystals have been leading the land of Ether. And we also know that it's this which hastens the spread of the Blight.
It still hasn't been confirmed, though.
But what I cannot fathom is what Ultima stands to gain from that. What did you find at the Stronghold?
The truth about Ultima's prize. For so long, I believed it to be you, and you alone. Yet, it is not merely a freat that he desires, but a freat and phoenix both. That which we became in the skies over Twinside. Only when the twin flames are joined, shall his vessel be complete.
Why is he whispering? Because it's dramatic.
Quite why he needs a vessel is another question. Unless there is something he cannot achieve without one. Something his immaterial form precludes. Something requiring an unthinkable amount of ether and a body resilient enough to channel it. If I did not know better, brother, I would think that he meant to cast a spell. A spell 1,000 years in the making. A spell to end all spells.
And he cannot do it without us. Nor without the Mother Crystals. But if we destroy them all, we will stop not
Spell
only
called
the
Ultima.
Blight,
How ironic.
but Ultima as well.
That he would cast his namesake.
We stick to the plan then. Only this time,
we face him together.
We need to get Holy to counter him.
it's a long walk to Stone here. Let's not keep Ultima waiting.
Let's go look steely-eyed into the sunset together. Brotherhood. The power of darkness. Clive has claimed a portion of the icon Odin's essence. Tuning with Odin not only changes you gain the basic stuff. Odin's iconic feat, Arm of Darkness, can be used to temporarily transform Clive's weapon into Odin's legendary blade. Landing attack slowly charges the blade, readying it for Zantazuken, which is executed by holding square. Zantazuken potency is determined by the blade's charge at the time of execution. Neat. Alright, I'm gonna go get something to drink. I'll be right back, chat. Feel free to make fun of me while I'm gone, but you better make sure that chat goes fast enough so I can't see it when I get back.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Wow, what a mansion!
Okay, I'm back. Now, who's gonna get banned for making fun of me while I was away? Anyone? No one took the opportunity? I'm disappointed in you, chat. You know what isn't coming back? Your hairline. Huh? Well, that would have counted if it were at all true and I was at all self-conscious about that, but I've shown my hairline before and it is immaculate. So it's like, yeah, kind of funny. By the way, Joshua, why haven't you ever contacted me in 18 years? Look, he was busy. My pizzas aren't that good. That's not an insult. That's just a criticism. Now, Dottie, you know I only make fun of you to your face. You know what? I respect bravery. Your sound cut out. What are we talking about? I went to get something to drink and I told chat to make fun of me while I was away. And hardly anyone took me up on the opportunity. You guys are cut, all right? You're too afraid to take do dangerous things. I wouldn't have actually banned any of you. I let you guys get away with it usually. Do you actually look like Wish brand Ivan Drago, or is that just your PFP? Do I look like that? I'm not that blonde, or at least not anymore since I don't get enough sun to sun bleach my hair. But I am 6'1", so I think he was a bit taller. Ivan Drago was probably in the 6'4", 6'5" range, right? And I do have a pretty square jawline and a pretty prominent brow and chin, as people have noted. I am in no way anywhere near that mule buff, though, as in Ivan Drago. You insist, you know, chat. You're going to have to admit I'm good at video games, maybe, but after that Barnabas fight, I died one time on, an actually pretty decent fight. I'm fine with that. Got one for you, Deus Ex, the worst video game I've ever made. I mean, it's not an insult directed toward me. Wait, you guys think I'm that type to get insulted if someone insults a game I like? You should know better. I don't give a shit if you don't like a game I like. I look like the Crypt Keeper. Some might say that. Some might. Even I've thought that once or twice. Alright, so.
When Barnabas fell, his magic died with him. The road to Stone here is barred to us no longer.
How much of this game is left, by the way, chat? Is it just like, am I on the final leg of it where we go to this place and then we get in-game? 3 more missions? Sure, what you're saying is I probably can't finish it within 1 hour, but I will definitely finish it tomorrow. Another round of, so I might finish up with side quests tonight because I need to make sure I have enough for tomorrow. But we'll go a little bit further to get closer to it, and then maybe we'll decide what we're gonna do. Adorable. I did not think I'd be done tonight. I did not go into tonight thinking that, so shoosh. I guess we'll try Odin over Bahamut now. Actually no, we'll switch up Shiva. Actually no, yeah. Where you at, Odin? We'll exchange light for dark powers. So Gungnir, okay, that looks pretty good. Though that does look even more Devil May Cry than usual now. That's just like, Trick Master. Or is that Sword Master? Yeah, that's Sword Master, isn't it? And Heaven's Cloud, okay. Some of the last round of side quests do help you understand the ending. Really? So, what do we got? Dancing Steel. Summon a second blade and unleash a flurry of attacks. Arm of Darkness. That is 5,000 to master it. Okay. Rift Slip? Is this just like an animation cancel move? Dead Island 2 is 25% off. Get it now or wait for better sell. Personally, I'd wait for like 50% off. But that's just me. Little advice, this style is all about building up your gauge. I know it's like, yeah, to turn your sword into his, right? So I think I'll stick with the two I got for the time being. We'll just upgrade them. Oh shit, that's new. Headmaster base is level 5, insta-kills, trash mobs, and does lots of damage. I mean, pretty good, sounds pretty good, but I've been like, my Phoenix powers have been like basically like two-shotting most groups of enemies. Good. Now you are the storm that is approaching. You waiting all night for that? You were, weren't you? Alright, so we just head up to the Mother's Mines. Clive is very motivated. His eyes aglow. Does very little damage, just charge it, then use it. What, the Zanzuken? Does very little damage. That's kind of disappointing, if so, unless you get it fully charged. What do you think of Reboot Virgil, from the DMC game? He's probably the weakest. Yeah, he was not a great Virgil, I gotta say. It didn't really work as Virgil. When I think of Virgil, I don't think of political activist, which is basically what he was. Gobbermouth. Oh, this is shit. This is a hunt. Okay, whatever.
How the hell did it cross the strait?
So level 3 is like last level of Zanzuken, right? It has 5 levels? Oh, it's got 5 levels. Okay, I need to stop actually using my levels up. Didn't seem to go past level 3. Oh, do I gotta level up more? Are you gonna play that 7 Rebirth when it drops? Yeah, obviously. Oh, he's got me muted. What the fuck? I think. Neat. Barbie movie is really good. So which is better, Oppenheimer or Barbie? Those have seen both.
Nice try.
Barbie is way less depressing. Doesn't give you any existential nightmares. Not using Torgal, telling him to attack after 4 the attack deals extra damage. Okay, that's something the game should have explained. I just usually forget to use him. To like order him to sick.
Your journey ends here.
Yeah, fuck you, goblin. Garrus, you have a good night, man. Yeah, do you think if DMC Reboot tried to be its own thing, it would have been more successful? Remember the gameplay not being... It did try to be its own thing. That was the entire point, was it was trying to be something other than like previous Devil May Cry games. I think if it had just not been a Devil May Cry game, it would have been received a lot more warmly. It's really... maybe they could do it now. I feel like Capcom's gotten better at rebooting how their games play, or at least with Resident Evil. But when they released at the time, Capcom was not in a good place, and especially with their fans, so that reboot went over poorly. If you equip the accessory for Torgal, the auto combos, so you don't have to click extra buttons. I don't know if I have it, but it's fine. The game is not exactly difficult, so I don't really need the extra boost, I don't feel. Still waiting for the Dino Crisis reboot. I mean, they just released a game about dinosaurs. If they did that, they're probably not working on a Dino Crisis game. Sad to say. Hoff, you have a good night as well. People getting sleepy in chat. I think I actually used up way more potions fighting that little goblin than I did Odin. Capcom's on a roll, bring back the dinosaurs versus Redhead. I mean, they actually added a red-headed lady. It looks kind of like the main character of Dino Crisis into like their current dinosaur game, but it's not her.
You were right, Joshua.
You want to expand upon that? What do you think right about? Literally could not play Exoprimal because it forces you to create and link your Capcom ID, which you can't, so I got a refund and told him to eat shit. Good.
What is up ahead?
Is there no peace for a dying man?
What happened here?
The ether floods made savage beasts of my companions. And those faithless orcs, I knew they weren't to be trusted. We were told that they would stay loyal to our cause.
New Futurama season exists and it sucks. That's to be expected.
Loyalty,
How many times that show come back from the dead and gotten worse every time it did?
They stayed faithful for so long.
People just need to let Futurama lie. It had a good run.
The king is gone.
Can't keep bringing it back.
Our nation in ruins. What becomes of us loyal pawns now?
Didn't get worse until now. I heard that when it came back from its first death cancellation, it wasn't as good as the original show.
Fuck the dead king and his god. Fuck this withered shithole.
This guy is going to be listening to Rage Against the Machine soon with lines like this.
The floods do not affect you. You are a bearer, albeit one who's lost his brand. Pray, hear me, brother. Will you grant this pawn his final wish? Will you lay my dying soul to rest?
Yes.
Of course. What do you need?
Finally, some luck. Beyond the castle walls, towards Stone here, there is a forest. Never turn. My parents are buried upon a bluff, nestled amongst the trees. Theirs was the only love I ever knew.
Yeah, man.
I was torn from them in life, but perhaps I can return to them in death. Take my ring. See that it rests beside their bones.
May you find peace at last.
How am I getting paid for this side quest, like it said, though? A tarnished ring, you say? Lowly tarnished. Isn't it kind of weird that we've now gotten two big RPGs recently that are clearly Game of Thrones inspired? One of them even written, or like partially written, by the guy who made Game of Thrones? Well, it's not really weird, it just, you know, and they're both Japanese developed games too. Maybe it is weird. Western devs don't seem inspired by Game of Thrones to make games like it. Is Game of Thrones really freaking popular in Japan or something?
The only way to the capital.
What's the other one? Elden Ring.
Is through that gate, just as you surmise.
There's an army down there, Joshua.
Yes, but I don't see any dominance.
Your friend's gaming mouse broke yesterday, so I let him borrow mine till his new one arrives. Fortunately, I don't have a mouse to purge orcs in the Emperor's name, huh? Playing something 40k related, I take it? Maybe they see it as a way to appeal to more Western fans. I think you're probably right. Actually, they noticed that hey, the Gaijin like this Game of Thrones stuff. I mean, to be fair, Final Fantasy was inspired by Dungeons and Dragons, so it's not like the first time Final Fantasy was like, hey, what if we just like adapted this Western shit into our own stuff?
Quiet.
No, not the chocobos. All right, whatever. I'd be a great 40k character based off what? In which faction? My voice? I'm not English enough. Every like 40k character has like an English accent. So this is kind of what I gotta level up when I get to level, you know, all the way. 5,000 fucking points, man. That's a lot. Yeah, there's supposed to be a forest over here, right? You can refund other skill trees. Yeah, but I want to like still use a lot of those. And it still wouldn't be enough to get me to it, I don't think. It would be more than enough. Game feels like Kingdom Hearts, wandering around and fighting annoying enemies every other step. That is every JRPG though. But it's not nearly cringy enough to be a Kingdom Hearts game. You can run your... I know I can summon the Chocobo, but I want to fight stuff. If you noticed, I was actually heading toward the encounters, not away from them. The final secret power is... what? Friendship, homosexualism? I mean, wow, yeah, that went in at the last second, didn't you? Still have a lot to learn about love, but I know how to share my heart with others. That does feel like a Sora line. You know, if they really wanted to, like, you know, twist like Sora's heart to darkness, they would have signed him up for a Twitter account. That's all it would have taken. All it takes. If they had social media in the world of Kingdom Hearts, all of them would be like, yo, destroyed worlds. The way the franchise is headed might be that direction, considering all the dark Discord memes Chip and Dale send. Chip and Dale are like the 4chan users of the Disneyverse, are they? Hey Sora, check out this meme that questions the Holocaust. Did they really gas? God, okay, I'm not going this. It's funny, but I'm not going to continue any further. But I guess it makes sense. Who else would be the 4chaners of, you know, the Disneyverse? This other than the villains, you know. You can't go a day without without racism. Are you all right? I feel like going plenty of days without racism should be the norm.
Let darkness move!
Yeah, that his Odin's moves really hard about charging the thing. They don't do a lot of damage, I've noticed. Tanky does not equal more fun. I mean, especially when you're approaching like 40 hours of gameplay. And the gameplay is all Devil May Cry inspired. You can damn better believe that's a point I'm going to make in the video, by the way. Did everyone else use Phoenix for the Phoenix powers for the entire game like I did? It's like your damage dealer, right? At least it is to me. Like I've never taken Phoenix off. It's like the other two, I always like kind of switch up. Yeah, Phoenix Shift is also too good to not keep on yourself. Phoenix is the main character power. Well, technically it's the first one you start with. Efreet is your main character power. You run into every encounter, the combat is bound to get stale when you do it forever. I mean, that's the reason you would have multiple characters in a Final Fantasy game, so you can have like different builds going to keep it fresh for a while, and also why it was turn-based. So you can sit there and think about stuff and not like constantly be mashing buttons. I feel if they want to go this direction with Final Fantasy, they will need to make the Final Fantasy games a little shorter, because it can be hard to like do Devil May Cry 5 style gameplay for like 40 hours. Treasure map. I did, and the upgraded Phoenix Ultimate is pretty good. You know, I actually never... I've stuck with like the two that I have. I've never really bothered with the other parts of the Phoenix skill set. Have bits. I go now. Farewell. Hey man, you have a good night. And thank you for the bits, my dude. Do you think this style of gameplay fits more linear games or open world games? Obviously this style of gameplay fits a more well put together encounter than open-ended one, I feel. And you have like, the thing is, they don't have enough enemy variety for this kind of gameplay as well. So it feels like you're fighting the same enemies over and over again, but they just have different models. Yeah, I feel like if you're gonna make Final Fantasy games play like this, you do need you do need wide enemy variety as well as enemy attack styles to like keep you on your toes. And also the way the enemy encounters are put together needs to be carefully thought out, so you have like a mix of like range stuff at the same time as like melee, so you're always constantly like struggling. You're gonna head out to a launch. Well, you have a good night. Yeah, don't worry, chat. We're not beating it tonight, so you won't be missing anything. Plan to finish. I'm hoping I can finish it tomorrow, though. Kind of need to, because I need to get started on a script. Can't do that until the game is over.
Not an unturned soldier in sight. Looking at their suffering.
Let
Though if you do, you know, that does do really good damage once you charge it up though.
You don't think all of this
It's for us.
Thor is actually Paul Revere.
Ultima.
Is that a Disney character?
We've made nothing easy so
No,
far.
don't think so. It's a good theory though. Oh, they sent out the chocobos. Still, my favorite thing, my absolute favorite thing about the entire Kingdom Hearts story is that Sora's mom has just been waiting on him forever to come back home so she can make him dinner. That poor lady.
Joshua, can you go on?
do I have a choice?
Villain of Kingdom Hearts 4 is Sora's mom beating his ass. They do need to show his mom, I feel, after all this time. I mean, there's no excuse now. He likely spends a lot of time at home now that his initial adventure was over. Everyone in LA wore pink today for the Barbie movie. What did they wear for Oppenheimer? Whoa, my dude.
Nice try. Oh, good. Thanks, boy.
When you die, I'm about dead. Watch. I even have a little pink and black on today. Did you go watch it yourself? Did you go watch Barbie movie? Why did it... I gotta ask, why did the Barbie thing become so, like... was it really just because of its comparison with Oppenheimer? I don't know, when I looked at the Barbie movie trailers, I was like, eh. Didn't really look that interesting to me, but everyone got really hype over it. And Ryan Gosling, well, that too.
We can rest here if you like.
I didn't know Barbie still commanded such, like, important cultural, like, awareness. Would you be training in the light side or dark side of the Force? Depends. Am I locked into doing the evil shit if I do dark side? Because I feel that's an incredibly simplistic take on the world. I don't know. It seems like a lot of work regardless. If you want to be dark side, you gotta try to conquer the galaxy, which honestly seems tiring. And if you want to be a Jedi, you gotta be like a monk and shit, which doesn't seem that interesting to me. I'd just be a Han Solo type. How about that?
Look, Clive.
By the Founder. The place is a fortress.
So this is where the Himalayan rock salt comes from. Oh yeah, we can lay this guy to rest real quick. I'm not a horny Jedi. I know, right? It's hard to tell sometimes. Question, what if you actually get caught as a Jedi, like having a romantic relationship and like Anakin was doing, what do they actually do to you? Do they like do they strip you of like your Jedi skills? Or like no, you were cast out of the order. I was never really sure about that. I mean, so what? I mean, he gets to like no longer fight in the war and gets to be with like yo freaking senator or whatever she was doing at the time. Seems like a win-win to me. They send you to anti-sex camp. Anti-sex camp. What they did to Ahsoka? I don't know anything about Ahsoka. I didn't watch the cartoon. Reprimand you, then you get a then give you a choice. If the entire order knew Anakin and Padme were fucking and didn't care, then why they make such a big deal about keeping it secret then? I gotta admit right now, this environment is feeling very Forspoken-ish. A little Forspoken-ish here. Final boss will be the... Actually, I want my dog to turn into the final boss. Why not? You thought it was Ultima, but it was me, Clive. Bark. Bark, bark, bark. Mwahaha. You don't want foreskin? That's a very American thing to say. Meant Forspoken. No, you know what you were saying. I've seen that joke made before. Do you still have my foreskin? Are you asking seriously, or are you just making a joke about, you know, the name? I mean, I'm American, so you can probably guess. Proud to be an American, where they cut off part of our dick. Now, you don't hear that lyric in the song, do you? I'm interested in what's over there. Weird flex, but okay, I wasn't flexing, I was making a joke about our society. Don't go edgy on us and start commenting on society. That was literally me making a joke about circumcision.
That is? It's not on Vivian's map.
Come on, chat. Cut me a break.
For a good reason.
Right. Just down here.
Wait, you can't go over here right now? Oh, this is some in-game stuff, isn't it? The Balmung Dark. They even commented on it. Come here and fight the super boss, perhaps? I'm assuming there's a super boss you can fight in the game. There always is in Final Fantasy. We literally went from talking about Hitler into circumcision. I mean, honestly, there is a bit of a connection there. There is not like circumcision, the practiced by a particular... Oh, I'm not going to explain it to you if you didn't get it. Isn't there a stereotype about Jewish people not getting circumcised? I've never heard of it because I think every Jewish person gets circumcised. At least one I've known of them. Kind of like, necessary. It's kind of like part of the identity. I couldn't... Americans just do it for some reason, some weird reason that was like, well, you know what? We really like this idea. We're gonna do it too. And so they did, and now it's become... Oh, it's a weird part of our society too.
No villages. No
See also Robin Hood Mennonites. That's where I actually learned about circumcision front. I didn't know what it was as a kid. I was completely clueless on why he was like offering to cut part of their dick off. And at the time, I thought he meant like cut like the head off. No, like something, because I didn't even know what a foreskin was. Like, what part is he cutting off? So I was very confused for a while until I eventually learned. So yeah, that movie taught me a part about anatomy that I don't have. Baby Dart, I was a very cute baby.
Come on.
Yeah, I think I fought enough. Now I just want to see this area. Talked about this earlier. I wanted to ask you, what if Disney characters got replaced by historical figures in Kingdom Hearts? Honestly, I believe the dialogue wouldn't that just be Assassin's Creed then? Yeah, I think that'd just be Assassin's Creed. But yeah, everything can be made better or funnier by having historical figures talk about modern day stuff, obviously. Well-known bit of comedy. Sora's already a boat, so I'll just be Black Flag. Okay, Sora's already a boat? I'm a little lost. Where'd this guy want his ring dropped? Probably up there, right? Yeah, it's up there. You're telling me you don't want to hear Theodore Roosevelt talk about darkness and the Heartless? This is something that'd be funny precisely one time. Would you really want an entire 40-hour game of it, though?
He'll be able to see all the way to Stone here.
Who would be the final villain, though, in this historical version of Kingdom Hearts, though? King George?
Reunited with those he loves at last.
Random question, but what is your favorite in-game weapon? You mean like mechanic-wise? I don't know. Probably nothing exciting. It's probably just like a gun that feels... Usually playing like a really good video game shotgun is usually my favorite weapon to use, if they've done a very good job of like putting it into the game. So usually something like that. Give me a really good shotgun and a shooter and I'm very happy. There's like a little town over there, huh? What's your favorite shotgun in a game? Fear shotgun is exceptionally good. Because it does really good gibs. Obviously, Doom 2016 had the double barrel, you'll boom stick, and then Doom Eternal had that, but it was weaker. But they added a chain to it. So I'd still take 2016's Doom Eternal shotgun. There's there's a lot, too many good shotguns out there for me to pick between one. They all do basically the same thing when when they're done well. At least that's my view. This feels like a good place to stop playing tonight, actually, and then finish the game up tomorrow. What do you think, Chad? You ready to end this game tomorrow? See what the ending is all going to be about? Will we get good ending? Hello, what's up, Docs? Oh, well, shit. B-Nate, thank you for the 5 gift subs. I much appreciate it. If you guys got a gift sub from B-Nate, send him some love. But I'm sorry for the, I think that's going to be the end of the stream tonight. Because I want to make sure there's enough left for a full stream tomorrow. So I'm probably overthinking it, and it'll take me like 6 hours to finish the game, but we'll see. This game is how I imagined The Witcher when I was reading it. You mean very anime-like? You missed it? Don't worry, there'll be another stream tomorrow, Docs. But, I mean, I've basically just been farting around ever since the Odin fight. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of tonight's stream. I would go a little bit longer, but there's not really much I can accomplish in just 10 minutes, and I probably won't find a better stopping point. But chat, tonight has been an excellent story, very good energy all around. Thank you for making it such a good stream as well. A lot of good people in chat tonight. Love your streams. I will endeavor to make tomorrow as a good one for you. That being said, chat, if you're new here, please hit the follow button. And if you want to join my Discord, you can type in the Discord code into chat, or you can scroll down and click on the Discord banner. Other than that, I want to thank you guys for being here tonight and being super chill. Thank you to the mod team. Thank you to all the gift subs and bits and prime subs. Thank you for your patronage. Hopefully you like those emotes. Tomorrow at the beginning of the stream, can you do a recap of the game? Maybe, if I recall every detail. I suppose I could think of that. For those of you who haven't seen every stream. Hope you have a good night. It should be. I got nothing on my plate tonight besides sleeping. Which is always a good thing. So, chat, I wish you all a great night and a great day tomorrow. And I'll see you back here if you got time, alright? Till then, stay safe. Peace, everybody.